Tapping in, homie. Never late. What I encourage you guys to do. I know some people sit up there and just stare at their live. Like I've been seeing these chicks that just look at you like I'm gonna bless you with my talking in a minute. Like, nah, man, get to it, homie. I'm out of here. So, man, first thing we got to do, share, homie. Cannot grow without the sharing, dog. So, what we're talking about today, I think a lot of people gonna want to hear. So, let me go ahead and show you guys how easy this is. Just grab your phone, dog. Just grab your phone. Go to your live. It's a little button down there. Just go ahead and hit this share button. See, and I always say just tap in. Yeah, get to it, homie. I'm out of here. So, man, let's see. Tap in. You gotta do. Share. Boom, bam. How easy was that, right? Now we on. That's it. That's all we got to do. Hit the share button, man, so we can make this go. I don't want to say viral. Who wants to do that? Because those are gimmicks. I don't have gimmicks. I don't have chains. All I have is game, dog. That's it. The only thing you're going to get out of here is game. I'm not going to trick you. I'm not going to convince you to do something silly. I'm not going to. We're not here for none of that. And you can look at any of my lives, any of my past videos. No trickery, no nothing. I don't have a gimmick. Like I should get one, right? But I don't have one. It's just game, dog. It's just whatever I learn, I pass to you guys. I told you guys, I got the plug. Who's the plug? God. You can get at him too. Like you never know, like when the plug was in the neighborhood and the only person would talk to the plug would be you. Like, man, y'all know him too. You just ain't asked him the right question. You feel me? Like the plug been living in our neighborhood for so long, homie. You just don't know. You just didn't know what question to ask him. You sitting up here talking to him about car parts, not knowing he got yickins in the back. You keep talking to him about Dayton's, and he got birds. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens, we talk to the wrong, we ask the wrong question. We don't know who's who. You feel me? So you could very well be right next to the source, but not know anything because you don't know what to ask them. That's the key right there. Know what questions to ask somebody, especially when you come across them, when you're in their presence. Like, okay, man, I'm going to meet with the president. What you going to ask him? Man, I ran into Jeff Bezos in the airport. Would you ask him? Right? Which leads me to our topic of discussion today, man. Let me get close for this. First of all, before we even get to that, man, put your city, dog. You already know the routine, man. Put your city, tap in where you at with it. We always want to know who's listening and where you listening from, where you watching from, right? And every time, man, we one of them flows. We start off slow and smooth, but we heat up, man. We start to turn up. And today we're talking about that thing, that hesitation, that thing that we all, should I pull him out the holster? Hesitating does what? It usually gets you blasted, right? Or you miss that girl. Find out a sucker takes her position. You're like, man, I hesitated? Yeah, you hesitated, dog. And we'll talk about how that affects you, dog. Hesitation. How many things are we hesitating on? We get gun shy, right? Damn, I don't second guessing ourselves. When do we get it wrong? We second guess ourselves. Oh man, my intuition told me the first damn time. Why'd you hesitate? Because my logical mind talked me out of it. You guys have heard me talk about the 5-second rule in the past, over and over again. 5-second rule. Mel Robbins. Your mind is here to protect you, man. You guys understand that the way our mind works, it keeps us out of danger. That's what it's here. It's designed to protect us, keep us out of danger. And unfamiliar grounds are dangerous, really dangerous. New territories, super dangerous. So we kind of like, we're hesitant. Oh man, I like the way I'm living. It's comfortable. Same thing. I could say that right now, man. We got the tour, we got the hair. We chilling. We chilling. Like my daughter said, we chilling. Right? But no, we about to start a new venture. We getting into a restaurant business, one of the most difficult businesses. And I've told you guys in the past about them cats in the Native American tribe that lifts themselves up and moves every 30 years. Because you gotta break shit. You gotta challenge the system. You gotta challenge yourself to see if you still got it. You can't sit there and be dormant. I'm cool with just what I got. I mean, there's a difference. You could be happy with what you have, but you still got to make moves, man. You still got to be going to it. I know that's how I operate. That's what makes me tick, right? And what are some of the things we hesitate on? Goals, right? Taking that first step, taking that direction, that step in the direction towards our dreams. We hesitate on that. Why? Because if we could fail, who wants to be embarrassed? Who wants to fail in public? Why we don't tell anybody shit? That's why we keep our secrets to ourselves. Oh, don't tell nobody your goals. Why? Because if you fail, nobody will know you did. Really? Is that what we're doing, homie? We're not sharing our goals because we're afraid of failure? Failure is part of the success recipe, homie. There's no other way to get to success without failure. How do you build muscle? It has to fail and die first. It has to hurt, right? How do you build it? Failure. And yet we hesitate. Why? Because we don't want to fail. We hesitate to talk to that girl. Why? We don't want to get dissed. Get it over with. If you know she gonna diss you, go talk to her. Don't hesitate. Go pop at her. Because there's a 50-50 chance that she doesn't diss you. That you get her number. That you land that one that everybody around you says, man, how did you do that? I didn't hesitate. Because when it's in front of your face, it's usually sent by God. What's up, homie? What's up, CJ? Right? It's usually sent by God. So why are you hesitating on a symbol sent by God? That's what I'm saying. Most of the time we sitting up there like, man, I need the bag. I need the bag. He sends it. We like, and are you, man, didn't you just ask for this? You just asked for it, right? Am I miscommunicating? You said, man, I want this girl. He sends her around the corner as soon as you ask for it. You like, oh shit, you hesitate. He sends you your dream, right? Man, I want this shop. You ride by a shop, says for lease. You don't pull over. You know why? You hesitate. Man, I don't know. Didn't you just ask for it? And see, that's the thing, man. When we ask for stuff, man, do we really want it? Are we talking that shit thinking that God didn't hear us and he ain't going to give it to us? Right? Because a lot of times we just talking that shit. It sound good until it get delivered to the doorstep, right? Then now we talking a whole nother ball game because it's at our doorstep. We got to react to it. I got fryers and shit in here. Ain't no dream no more. This is moving into shit. And I'm looking at lease space and all this stuff now. Universe is cooperating with your partner. You got to make it cooperate with you. Why? No hesitation. Soon as you get that boop, you win fights. No hesitation. Get off first. That's how you got to be in life. You got to get off first, homie. You don't get off first, that's how you get busted on, you get knocked down because you hesitated. You like, man, I knew I should have served this nigga. Yeah, what you waiting on? And that's the key. Signing up for school. Hesitate. Why? I don't want to look dumb. I don't want to take the assessment test because I'm going to look stupid. You got to start somewhere. Homie, when I first started community college, man, I was in English 50 and Math 50. Damn near the lowest level you can be at. Now I teach at a university. Anything is possible, homie. You got to humble yourself. But it all starts with making that move. And when you don't hesitate, you trust yourself and God. You trust that they're going to deliver to me. I'm not sitting there waiting. I'm not going to doubt myself because that's where the hesitate. Man. Jumping off a diving board. Same thing, you hesitate, you're going to bust your neck and flip-flop and because you hesitated. And you start to get into your mentals. And you start to talk yourself out of it. That's when the brain really start kicking in. They start giving you old examples. You remember when you failed that last time? Remember when you busted your ass? They start giving you all these type of examples. You know what I'm saying? That it can refer to, right? Concrete examples. Good ones. Here, check this one out. I got one for you. You know what I'm saying? Check this one out. Remember that time you tried to talk to that girl and she clowned and kept clowning all the way? You put fear in your heart. That's what the mind does. It's like, man, I'm gonna protect you from that kind of shit from this point on. You guys come up with this agreement that your mind's gonna protect you from this point on from going through that kind of stuff. So you got to remember, man, your mind isn't your best friend outside of that. When you get that intuition, when you get that gut feeling, that's our direct connection with God. It works both ways. It protects you from danger as well. When you get them, man, these cats ain't right. Remember that from the game. Where these cats sitting ain't right. I can tell something funky about them. The only time that it goes bad is when you tell yourself, nah, I guess, nah, they probably not. Then they draw down on you. I mean, I knew this. God was trying to tell you then, but you don't listen. We listen to humans before we listen to what God putting in us. God sent us these messages all the time, constantly, to either reaffirm what we already believe or to deter us to something else, what he has for us. But he wants us to try it. He got to say, man, you got to trust me. I was just reading this story, talking about food. Just watched the story on Pizza Hut and Domino's. One started in Wichita, Kansas. The other one started in some city in Michigan. Homie, you got to watch the story. This is what makes me say there ain't nothing we can't try. These cats they rented out a bar for $600, borrowed it from their moms. And they didn't even have a pizza recipe. 2 Caucasian cats from Kansas started Pizza Hut without a pizza recipe. I'll repeat that. 2 Caucasian dudes from Kansas started Pizza Hut without a pizza recipe and no money. Start some shit, homie. Period. Don't hesitate. Try it. The timing's never going to be right. Homie. AZ in the building. What's up, fam? What's up, Baron B? I see you too, homie. What's up, Baron B? These my guys tapping in. So why hesitate? It's not gonna be a right time to go holler at that girl. Not gonna be a right time to go after this. It's not gonna be a right time to do this. Right? There's gonna be other times that are better. When you get some magical miracle stuff happening, God sends you a credit card for 10 stacks. Like, shit, I didn't know my credit was that good. It probably wasn't. But God knew what you needed right now. He knew you didn't need 10 bands cash. You need to build your credit at the same time you're going to build this business. Dig that one. So you got to understand the messages, man. This a lot of times when people thinking what we dealing with is just some human shit. This is that's the biggest mistake that we can make in our lives is to focus on human shit as opposed to what's really going on, which is some spiritual stuff, even down to our material things. I know that sounds weird and complicated and all funky, but I promise you, everything is related spiritually and mental. So hesitation is when that's a fear-based deal. It's fear-based. Fear-based shit is the enemy. He wants to put fear in your heart so that you don't go prove that God is around, that miracles are still popping. So this is what fear-based hesitation is all based on. It's fear. It's doubt. I'm not enough. I don't have enough. Imposter syndrome. We can go on and on. That's what that hesitation is. Oh man, I don't think I can hit the target. I don't even feel like pulling my gun out. Well, shit, if you miss, you might hit the target. You got a buzz, man. And there's more bullets. You still got to get off though, dog, because you're never going to even know how it feels to squeeze. You're never going to know how it feels to start a business. Fail. Hurry up and do it. You have to. Your legacy depends on it, dog. What else you going to do? Be basic? That's taken up by a lot of people. It's a lot of basic ass cats around here, dog. Why do that when amazing is available? Why do that when I can go create some shit? Right? Cats didn't know more Pizza Hut. Once I saw, man, y'all would two dudes from Wichita. Come on, homie. We've been through more than them. We know more than them. They got this popping. Dude from Domino's bought a deli. Just X-nayed the sandwiches, kept the pizzas going, and he got this shit all around the house. Why can't we do it? Why not us? Why not take that mentality to say, why not me, dog? Why not me? Right? That's a championship mentality. Why not me? Shit, it takes one punch. All I got to do is drop dude. I'm walking up out here with the belt and two breezies. So, I mean, it just takes one punch. So swing, dog. You might get dropped. That's okay. You might get scraped. That's, man, come on. But if you don't swing, there ain't nothing. Nobody can tell. Nobody will know that you was even here. Only way we know that people was here before that, because these cats was out here hunting. Right? There was other people that just sat in the village, but the ones that was out there by the rivers and all that stuff, that's the bones we finding. Rest of them cats got eaten up and swallowed. And they might have been found in some dung or something. But you got to go out there and turn some shit up, dog. You got to go out there and try something. And that hesitation, that's not you. That's not part of our DNA. That's not what we do. We don't hesitate. We got to make a move. God puts it in front of us. What we going to do? Wait for somebody else to grab it and start eating? Oh, man, I wanted that pork chop. He had it sitting in front of you the first time. You sat up there and wondered, damn, I wonder, is this really for me? Because that's really what happens. We sit up there and look to get for us. We like, oh, okay, but pork chop, oh, damn, man, I was starving. I did just ask for a damn pork chop. Man, it got to be a trick. What's it got to be a trick for? God didn't get out the miracle business and say, man, you know what, man? I'm going to just go ahead and tap out because these cats really don't believe in me, man. And they don't think I'm going to bring miracle. I'm going to just go ahead and leave. I quit. When did he do that? He only made miracles when they was wearing sandals and shit? No. He's still doing it now. He's doing it through us, through guys like us. We ain't sitting up there smacking Bibles and stuff over everybody's head. That's not what we doing. We using our own testimonies. We're the living. Those stories at them cats, we all had them same stories. My mom used to send them to me when I was in jail, telling me all these stories, David and all these dudes. I'm like, it sound like such and such. That sound like the homie. That sound like. So we live in those stories right now. We're the miracle. So why not create yours? We're in that space. He didn't stop doing that. And I'm not going religious. I'm not about to ask y'all for no donation and none of that shit. But what I am trying to tell you guys is, man, listen, you have to try something. You got to be better than what you are. Don't settle for nothing. That's not part of our DNA. That's not what we're here for. We're here to create miracles to show that God's still on the earth and showing out. And he's using us as vessels to make this shit pop. Period. That's it. That's all he's doing. And that hesitation, that's the enemy. Enemy try to put that down in your mind. Told you, using bad examples. Remember when you failed? Yeah, I remember when I failed, but what did I learn? Learn not to do this. I learned if somebody doing this to go ahead and do this. And that's what builds you, right? Very seldom a young head balls without luck. It ain't no genius to it. You ain't experienced enough. I remember when we was young, had our little paper and stuff like that. We was lucky. We was hella lucky. Because that's a grown man game. So when you see young man, and same with business, you see some random ass kid, it's because sometimes it was just serendipitous. But the average millionaire is in his 50s, the 60s, seasoned, got weather on their face. You know what I'm saying? Not physical bodies, but bodies on their belts. You dig? Not like that, but like that. You know what I'm saying? They've been there, they've done that. They've done a few things. I talk different than when I talk when I was in my 20s. Why? I done been working. I done been in a few different places. I done been in Penn. I'm in open business. I've been dipping, dabbing around in LA for a few years. My talk is different now. So now I'm ready. I have more confidence. I understood the landscape a lot better, which is why we're jumping into the restaurant business. We ain't got a restaurant yet, but you see me keep. First, it went from, hey, we're just doing food, to now I'm gonna keep talking restaurant, talking it. Next thing y'all know, y'all gonna come to LA, be like, man, hey D, what's the address again? Just like that. Just like that. And I'm saying that confidently. There ain't no hesitation in my heart or in my voice. Not one. And that's the kind of confidence you have. That's when God like, let's rock, dude. Let's go. You got the confidence. I'll provide everything else. Don't trip. You keep learning, you keep doing, you keep giving. Don't mess your karma up, dog, so I can keep giving you the bag. Start doing the bullshit, man. I can't take the bag, but I gotta turn my back. And now you exposed to this other fool who gonna get you, who gonna remind you of what you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Put that doubt in your heart so that you start getting salty. Jealousy. See that a lot right now. And I was a victim of it. This is a human emotion that a lot of us can't get. Everybody experiences at some point. Somebody tell you, oh man, I don't get jealous. I don't hate on nobody. Bullshit. Everybody does it at some point. The key to that is understanding how to channel that energy. We don't go get energy from here and there. We got an infinite amount of energy within inside of ourselves. We just got to learn how to position it so that it's on a positive side. Because that same energy that can be used in a negative. Same amount, doesn't matter. You could turn it up in a negative and start murking cats. Or you could turn it up in a positive and start saving souls and extracting their greatness, as I say. Because that's my superpower, is to extract your greatness, homie. I know it's inside of you. It's inside of everybody. If I can pull it outside myself, then you can do it too. So that's that's my commitment to y'all, homie. Extract your greatness. Because we're going to get it. It's in there. It's like they take the cannabis, they squeeze it and get all the resin out. We about to squeeze you, get all that greatness out that ass, homie. Period. Because it's inside of you. The key is knowing what ingredients is important, and all of them work. Every experience that you've been through, every one of them, from the pen, selling D, Rob, Jack, whatever you doing or done, it's not in vain, homie. This is all going somewhere all the time. But you got to listen to that intuition, and you got to get away from that hesitation, because that hesitation is stopping you from really seeing a life the way you need to see it and living the life that you want to live. It's that hesitation, right? Not realize Steve Harvey talked about that, right? Taking that leap. When we hesitating on that mountain, that's when we're going to mess ourselves up and bump our necks, right? But if we take off and soar with confidence, we'll figure the shit out by the time that if we are getting ready to hit the bottom, we got plenty of time to figure it out. But if we hesitate, we end up messing ourselves up before we even get off. So we can't even experience that greatness. So sometimes you got to jump and soar, homie. That's what we're doing right now. And then you start seeing that magnetic shit start coming to you, where stuff just starts, like Iron Man, where you turn into a magnet and just everything starts gravitating towards you. That's what happens when you get in that zone. But the only way you get into that zone is if you quit hesitating and you listen to that gut voice inside yourself, because that flicker, that inside of you, that's what's going to get things going, homie. You got to figure out what oxygen feeds that, though, because we're trying to create a flame right now. And if a lot of times you got that flicker, but I know it's inside of you, that's why I'm sitting here trying to pull it out of you every Monday at 6:00, every Monday, telling you about what you can do. Tap into it, homie. Make detailed notes, because it's an historical thing that we talked about last time. We talked about legacy. So what you doing, go create some fucking history, homie. We have to. Everybody who was anybody took a damn risk. They tried something that scared the shit out of them that they could lose. That's the only way they made it. I'm learning that with every story. And I'm like, okay, I need to hurry up and try some shit. Even if I fail, okay, that's part of my story. Part of my story, part of my success story. I don't have to be a Mark Zuckerberg where I hit it out the park on my first rip. That's not my story. I'm not a lottery ticket winner, right? I understand how I'm going to get mine. It's by helping a lot of people get theirs. Yo, that sounds crazy. That's some Dale Carnegie shit. You got to help enough people get to their riches so that you can get to yours. So my goal is to extract greatness from you guys. You guys create businesses and start a movement to where everybody who you're around, you're influencing, right? Pulling the homies up out of here. Homie, what you know how to do? Oh, homie, I don't know how to do nothing but shoot. Okay, well, shit. Have you ever thought about being a shooting instructor? Why don't you go get licensed in that shit? You know what I'm saying? If you the cat from the hood and you shoot, okay, well, let me show you how to use the resources that God gave you. Because he didn't just give them to you by chance or accident. What do you know how to do? Well, I know how to do this. I learned how to do this in the pen. Okay, well, how can we make that a business? But you got to be sharp enough, right? You got to do the W.B. Du Bois type thing where you got to go out and you got to learn some stuff and bring it back. It's valuable, right? We think about friendships and relationships. Are they mutual? Or do we got the homie who don't never want to learn shit, always around? What you learned lately, homie, go learn something and bring it back to the team, dog. What you know how to do? What you learned in the last 6 months, homie, that you can help our entire circle out? Oh, well, shit, I learned how to, I learned how to, in my case, homie, right? In my case, okay, yeah, I learned how, where you can buy chicken. I learned the wholesale game on that. I learned about fryers, the difference between them. So if you're thinking about fryers, I learned about restaurant equipment, where to get it in LA, where you can get it. I learned how to, that's what I could bring back. So if any of y'all interested, homie, tap in. Before then, I learned how to drive buses. I learned how to do all that stuff. So if you want to set up your bus thing, I got you. I'll take you through the whole process. Oh, shit. Okay. What'd you learn how to do? And if there's crickets, there's a problem. That's what the problem is. Because our circle isn't building. We need to be leveling up, homie. The only way we leveling up is if we all going up. Other than that, you're going to start being weight. You're going to be heavy lifting. You the nigga we got to finance on the way to do something, homie. So other than that, come on. And if you can't physically help me, then mentally help me, dog. Throw books in the game, homie. I can't, I ain't moving them, but I do read. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of thing. Relationships, friendships should be reciprocal, homie. Can't just be the homie. He was a homie for a reason. And if he's telling jokes for spiritual, for my mood, cool. Then there's a benefit. But other than that, come on, let's share some shit, homie. Let's build on each other. Iron sharpens iron, dog. And if I keep coming over there, eventually I'm going to get dull. You going to get dull. But the sharper we get together, the more experiences you go out there and seek out. Shout out to the homie Carlton. They just opened up their little restaurant. And I hit them up. Hey, homie, how what was the... He was like, man, it's good. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. But you got to go out there and be adventurous for your crew, for your team if you're going to have one. Other than that, what's the point? Because we grew up together, because we from our grandma stay in the same neighborhood, that don't mean shit. If we supposed to be homeboys, why aren't we building on our relationships? Why aren't we building on each other? Why aren't you getting better? If it's D, then shit, man, that's a dead end wrong, homie. I don't need to learn how to cook no more. I don't care what the recipe is. I don't care what the ticket is. But what I do need to know is how to buy these properties, how to get my credit together. Shout out to the homie Ellis, man. Listen to that podcast episode. Learn how to do credit. You talking about a valuable homie? Wouldn't you love to have a credit man in your neighborhood? You feel me? Wouldn't you love to have a somebody with a dentist in your neighborhood? He look out for the homie. He get a homie's 25% off. For real, crowns, all that shit. Wouldn't you like to have your homie with a car wash? Yeah, he get a homie's, man. Every other car wash, you get it for free. This is the power of building up your neighborhood, building up your crew. Then you guys become resources. That's one thing the Jewish cats do really well. They cousins and they all know what each other does. And they all become resources to each other so that they don't have to go out and be judged by anybody. They don't have to go out and be scrutinized by anybody. We got our own network of shit. We got a banker, we got a lawyer, everything's in the house. What's happening? And that's the kind of networks we need to build. We used to do that back in the day, right? But we got to get back to that. This isn't just black. This is brown. Any name doesn't matter. But you need to be bringing stuff to your circle. And if you're not bringing stuff to your circle, then you're not contributing. Then it's not a circle. It means there's a broken link, right? Or at least a weak one. And that's the thing, homie. You know what I'm saying? We got to be building each other up, man. I owe my brothers, man. I got to learn something. I've been doing stuff all week. I went and got a food handler's card, a food handler manager's card. So now not only can I contribute, I can teach you about temperatures, how to sanitize your stuff, how many sinks you need to have, temperatures, all this stuff. Why? It benefits me, of course, and my family, but it also benefits my circle. So whoever's around me, you're going to hear entrepreneurial conversation 25 hours a day. That's all I'm talking about. What you up to today, D, man? I'm trying to finish today, man. I just bought a grease holder. Oh, man, what you up to tomorrow? Oh, man, cool. We about to get these flyers. What you up to after that? Man. And it keeps going, homie. You feel me? Learn how to fix the toilet. I'll share my two. Man, come on. That's it. Yeah, plumbers get money. I was telling my relatives the same thing. You know what I'm saying? All day, everybody has a talent. Some people don't know. They don't experiment with it. And you think, and a lot of times we thinking that nobody will pay for this stuff. We're just making the assumption that nobody's going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, such and such. Oh, man, somebody does. No, man, don't make that assumption. I told y'all about the girl selling flavored pickles, right? And I'll repeat it again. Pizza Hut started with two guys, Caucasian guys in Wichita, Kansas, who didn't have a pizza recipe. So, homie, what do you need? Shit, try it, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But think about something that people will want. And I mean, granted, these are different times. $600 might be 6 bands now, whatever, but you got to try something. We trying it, man. We got the website popping. We about to start taking our first clients. We're going through a dry run. We got our easy up. I've been making investments every day. Do I got the money, man? Credit cards, homie. I believe in it. That's what we doing. This is how you got to finance some stuff sometimes. Sometimes you reach out to family. Sometimes they don't respond. But you got to have that feeling, man. I believe in it so tough, homie. Y'all going to believe in it too. Telling you. Once y'all come to LA, y'all going to see that sign. Y'all going to see, I see it. I see it. And that's all that matters is that you see it. Everybody else isn't going to see it because it's not their vision. It's not for them. It's for you. And when you hesitate, God frowns. Why are you hesitating? I'm giving it to you. Here it is. Here's your resource that you look for. Here's the plug of all plugs. Here's the chicken source, right? You got to realize real quick, this is a gift from God. I just asked for this. And here it is. But here I am hesitating because I believe this other fool, right? I believe that I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I don't deserve this. This can't be true. I got to work. I got to do some other stuff. That's another thing too. That's another thing, right? Because when we get that gift, work comes with it, right? You get the opportunity. You get cashed out on your dream. You got to do some other stuff too. Now you got to go actually pursue that. Now you got to go actually find the space. Now you got to actually go hire somebody. Now you got to actually go advertise. Now you actually got to go do it, right? Which is why we hesitate a lot because we're like, shit, I got to really do it. Yeah, you got to do it. Do I? Yeah. I was just talking shit. You can't just talk stuff to the universe, dog. Bad or good, because it believes you. I'm just telling you guys. It believes you. So it's going to deliver one way or another. So this is where the conversation comes back in. What do I say to myself? Of course I can do it. I was built for this. If I make mistakes, it's okay. So did everybody else. This is why it's so important to watch the stories of people who have overcome certain obstacles, right? Or watch the origin stories of how companies started. You'll see that they weren't these sophisticated companies that they are today. They all started out with humble beginnings, just like everybody else. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Excuse me. Need some water real quick. But absolutely. Universe is always listening. That's why I speak so highly of you guys. I don't talk down. I'm spreading love, homie. Because it comes back. This is a circular thing, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a circular thing. So it comes back. Whatever you push out comes back. That's why it's so important to support people. I was talking about jealousy. Yeah, that's a human emotion. Yeah, we get salty. We get salty because a lot of times we don't think that we can achieve that same success, right? We like, man, I can't do. So we get mad. We never admit if we got a Bentley outside, we ain't mad at the neighbor if he got a turquoise one. You know what I'm saying? Because we already straight. When we get that jealousy bone, that's usually because we're not straight. We're not in the right position to embrace their gift. They still got the same gift, whether we're broke or whether we're rich. So it's not the gift. It's not what they have. It's what we think we don't have. That's where the jealousy comes in. It's where you think we don't have it. I can't create the same thing he got, so I might as well just hate on him and just say it ain't shit. That's easy. Instead of saying, man, this cat is human. He breathes, eats, we use the same type of bathroom. We use the same everything. I can get it too in due time. Or if I just figure out, a couple of things, I can get that too. And you can. And the thing about it is a lot of times people don't know where they at in their cycle of their blessings. This is a powerful one right here, homie. Understanding where you are and where they are might be two completely different places. So you can't compare. You might be just getting started off on your karmic journey. And they might have done karmic blessings to people for their entire life and just now getting their blessing. And you see them at that point, and at the point where you're starting, and you get salty. But you don't know where they are in their journey. So where you getting salty is based on false information. It's not real. So that's what you said. It's another trick of the enemy, man. He makes you envious of somebody not knowing where they are in their karmic journey. They could be anywhere. They could be at the end of their blessing. This could be the best of their time. This would be as good as it's going to get. And here you are comparing against them. One of the worst ways we can do ourselves is comparison. I'm trying to tell you, we don't need to compare ourselves to anybody. We're on this unique journey. That's why it's so important not to hesitate. Now, I will say this. Certain things you want to hesitate on, and you get that gut feeling. That's where that intuition comes in. It's not a matter of hesitation. Your gut tells you, man, it's probably that probably ain't a good idea, Jack. Or you get that call from, hey, homie, I talked to you guys about this last time. Hey, homie, slide over here with me. Like, nah. But you're thinking about them being mad at you, them calling you a sucker, them calling you this. You can't worry about that. You got to understand that you're on a unique path, unique, and nobody has anything to do with it, especially another human. You got to take your instructions from your gut, which is that direct line to God. A lot of people don't understand that. So when that kicks in and it tells you something, ride with that. Gambling, bet, doesn't matter. Your gut will save your damn life, make you rich, get you the love of your life, all that. Your gut, that connection, that direct connection with God. Because he's going to give you the instruction. You're going to feel it in your gut, man. Something just feels right about it. Yes, indeed. You know it. And when we started talking about this chicken, we sent by God, we all felt it. 100%. 100% we felt it. And you'll get that gut, that good feeling in yourself when you make a right decision or you make a move towards God. I promise you that. And I don't want people to start thinking I'm going, it's not that. I just understand the source. It's like talking to the plug. It's like, man, the plug is, man, I'm trying to tell you, plug got it. Plug got it, keep it, and got your stuff too. The problem is when it's delivered to us, we think it's some bullshit. This can't be real. Now I gotta go sell this shit. Yes. Part of the process, part of it. So what we're gonna do? We talked about it last time. We're about to get another $1,400 a piece. That's more than what we got. Another $1,400. Now what we gonna do? I'm finished with the LLC. I mean, I did our LLC. Just did another DBA. So got another seller's permit. Finished with the website. Finished with the food handlers. Finished with the food manager's card. What y'all up to? Homie, I saw the homie doing truck driving. Let's move something. What we got going? What do we hesitate on? There's a book called Flinch by Seth Godin, right? And what happens when we flinch, right? We hesitate because we don't know what the impact's going to be. And we got to get over that flinch and just take it. Just say fuck it, dog, and take it. Whatever comes with that. Whatever comes with that. If it's failure, if it's embarrassment, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. Whatever comes with it, take it. It's for you. One of those things, man. This is a custom-made cake for you. You got to eat it, though, man. You got to try it, man. You sure? Yeah, dog. It's for you. And don't hesitate when it comes to you. Don't hesitate. You can't. You hesitate, it's when you're going to take the L. All right, this is a short one, man. Concluding this week. Weekly tap in. Tap in next week for some more game. I'll holler. Tapping out.